on the day, and you see that France and Canada are getting ready to see how some of their one-liners work out on the pitch today. It is, Sude, a somewhat leveled Canadian squad with the loss. You see the 7 down there. Jen Kish, her left knee injury yesterday, really takes a big part of their punch out.
Yeah, a big loss for them with Jen Kish on the bench. So I'm surprised to see alongside her Karen Paquin on the bench as well. That she brings some real finishing ability to the Canadian backline, and so it surprised me that he hasn't selected her with Kish already out.
On the French side, they were winners over Brazil and China, and then lost 26-10 to England. I should say that is Canada. Meanwhile, France was victorious over Spain and Fiji and fell to Australia 19-7. Canada on the left, France on the right. This a cup quarterfinal. France came in from Pool B, Canada from Pool C. As you see, both of them 2-1, both of them getting dropped in their final match of the day. On day number 1, France to Australia, Canada to England. Little breezy on a Sunday afternoon in Atlanta. Holding the whistle for this one, Rasta Rasavenge. Ashley Stacey has the ball out at halfway, and we are ready to get underway. Into the air and the breeze, and going up and battling for it was Kelly Russell of Canada, but possessed by France originally, and now Stacey bringing it back the other way for Canada. On a bounce, Bianca Ferrella. Bianca Ferrella going to start the scoring very quickly for Au Canada.
Good finish from Bianca Ferrella. A somewhat fortunate start for Canada. A couple of bounces that went nicely for them. A mistake from France in the contact area, but in the end, look at that bounce pass into the hands of Bianca Ferrella. Ashley Stacey would say she did it on purpose, fooled the defence entirely, but once Ferrella had it, she was in.
Had a couple of tries on day 1 against Brazil and China. Had a good tournament in Atlanta last year with 6 tries. And Ferrella, as you see on the all-time list, sitting in the 4 spot behind Woodman, McAllister, and Cherry. Of course, Woodman and McAllister adding to it significantly already this early afternoon.
And how Canada would love it if Bianca Ferrella could do a similar thing. Big test for France now to go down so early. They must keep their heads up.
And here comes the restart, and here comes France as Marjorie Mayans wearing the 3. Off to Biscaret, and then into touch it goes, and it will be a Canadian quick line out. And Ashley Stacey, the cutout pass to Mandy Marchek, hanging out there with Jeslyn Landry, and brought down by Elodie Guglielmo. Taking one off the shoe tops is Kelly Russell. And Stacey receiving one from Brittany Ben and taking it right to the halfway mark. Ben with the Fen. Ben dragging along a French defender, and Kayla Molesky weaving her way to the outside. The try scorer Ferrella, and the pass to Kelly Russell.
Leave the half.
Didn't leave it cleanly, so come back the other way with Ben. Ben stepping away, and Ben heading down Broadway. Ben being chased down by Grassino, but Ben gets across to make it a 10-0 Canadian lead.
Yeah, good work from Ben. I've been so impressed with her having burst on the scene, becoming a really important player for Canada very quickly. Gets through a lot of hard work in close quarters. She had no choice there. Ladanus rushed up in defence, so Ben couldn't make the pass out wide she wanted to. So she went route 1, and she went route 1 really, really well. Grassino was never stopping her then.
Brittany Ben put a stamp on things with an appearance in the Women's Rugby World Cup. And a very good effort by the Canadians in that event. The conversion is good, and a 12-0 Canadian lead.
It's been a really, really good, controlled start from an experienced Canada team, hasn't it? Disappointing from France. They need to show what they can do soon. They've got to claw themselves back into this game, get a bit of possession in the right half of the pitch.
And we both know that if there's a team capable of doing something like that, France can suddenly flick the switch, and here they come. As Guillaume. Out of the ruck it goes, kicked by Landry,
Lost
but
by you, Red. Yep.
the knock on and the scrum to France.
Knock on by Red, scrum.
There is John Tate, the coach of Canada.
And the counter-ruck lost it forward.
The former international, 37 caps for him. His squad comes into this one with a record of 43, 22, and 4.
Steady, yep. Okay, crouch. Bind.
Would like to reach the
Sit.
Cup semifinals, the Final Four, with a victory here, and they are so far doing their part with just under 3 minutes to go in the first half. And picking one up, and on the motor is Ladianus, brought down rather quickly, but bounced back up.
Oh, I'll check. You've got to release, please. Yeah, just hang on, yeah, hang on. Yeah, hang on. I couldn't hear you. Yeah. Sorry, what? Hang on. Seven.
Throwing the ball away.
7 blue. Yeah, you gotta go. Yeah.
And unfortunately, Carolina Ladianus, who had a couple of tries against Spain and another try on day one, had a bit of a breakaway there before Ashley Stacey brought her down. Didn't really agree with the call, but she was able to bound right up, and away goes Farella again. This is number 2 on the day for Bianca Farella.
Yeah, fantastic running from Bianca Farella. France are on the ropes, and she delivers a real blow there. Sees the gap, paces through it. There's nobody catching her. France at the moment throwing this game away, just not playing the sort of sevens that we've seen them play. They have to lift themselves up. It's all in their heads. They've got to believe they can win this game. Ladianus thrown that ball away. Absolutely not what they need. What they do need to do now, the last minute of this half, is keep it together, not let Canada cross that line again.
That is the tough part. Ladianus had crossed halfway on her line break, and things were looking up momentarily for France, and then tossing the ball away, the sin bin, the quick turnaround, and the strike by Canada as the restart goes into touch. An uncharacteristic mistake. There is a look at the captain, Jen Kish, who means so much to the Canadian team. Really one of their just outstanding tacklers on the dream team in Dubai, with 3 scores there. When the Canadians need a big hit, Jen Kish is the one that delivers. And Camille Gracineau playing 6 on 7 at a deficit right now, but gamely moving on. Christelle Leduff, the 5, back to Gracineau.
Tackle only.
You see still 20-odd seconds in the sin bin for Ladianus. Pretty good, powerful move forward by Elodie Guillaume. Time winding down, getting close to 30 seconds left in the first half, and there's going to be some speed exhibited, and Fanny Orta, the captain, going to try to circle it back inside a little and put it down.
Now that is what you call a captain's try. France needed some inspiration. They needed somebody to do something special, and they got it from Fanny Horta. A captain, she plays wing in 15. She's got the pace, playing centre here in the 7s. Through the dummy, round Mandy Marchak and in over the line. That is exactly what France needed before half-time. Well done, Fanny Horta.
Take a load off Fanny. And the conversion attempt on through. And France
was good by number 5.
Getting right back in the contest. Down a dozen at the intermission, but it could have been worse. 19-7 Canada at the break.
Yeah, good, thank you. Anything else, like?
Fans, the World Rugby Shop is proud to be the official on-time retailer of USA Rugby. Get all your USA Eagles gear and more.
Sorry, I couldn't hear properly because the mics were squeaking, so I couldn't hear properly. So thanks for the call, mate.
Really good stuff in there, ladies. I think the support's been great. We're creating the breakdowns, so good job with that.
So when we want to run those booms, you just got to be more decisive earlier, right? And if you see the boom and just completely turn your back into her, follow it in, right? Follow it in. We're hanging off, right? So the person in the pocket. We got to send more people, follow the ball, and get there. Just on the backside defense, we're all there in numbers, but we're just turned off. Remember, our defense is doing things right on the wide. It means we're going to have action back in the middle, so we can get aggressive. Don't stand off and come up and get in their grill, so there's nowhere to go. And the A really get fucking hungry this half. Hold your width off of that breakdown. We'll get them on the next play. Okay? Yeah. All right. So Karen's in.
Go girls. Go get it up.
Come on, let's work.
Big 2 minutes, Canada. Big fucking 2 minutes. Team on, 2 on, 2. Team!
Go, girls. Let's go. Our ball, Cal.
John Tate talking to his Canadian squad, and you heard them huddle together, and you saw Jen Kish in there. I just think she means so much to that team. I have referred to her as, because she has that shock of white hair up there. She plays like an angry Q-tip, and you know, she's lean and gets right in there, and they're moving along without her. We'll see how much further in the tournament they'll be able to produce this type of effort. But a 12-point advantage as we start the second half. Canada leading France in this Cup quarterfinal. She is Sue Day. I'm Bill Seward, and back at full strength now is France after the yellow card handed out to Carolina Ladanius. See what France can do. Their first possession of the second half. Guiglion spun by Leduff. And the try scorer, Fanny Horta. The captain wearing the 5 today for France.
Yeah, that error absolutely caused by good Canadian defence. John Tate said at half-time he wanted them really pushing up, putting that pressure on. That's exactly what he did. So Biscarat, caught in 2 minds, decided to go back down the blind side. Players not got in front of, behind her, and so it's a forward pass. But that's all about the Canadian defence, that French error.
Righty, time back on.
Taking a look at the Canadian front row. Kelly Russell, Kayla Molesky, and Karen Packen. And the bounce the right side to Landry. Brought down by Ladanius and others. Farella hit hard by Ladanius. Ben tries to take it out of there, but off the feet the call.
Put it down. Off your feet, number 5.
Good work at the breakdown from France, giving Canada a taste of their own medicine. Doing what they often do, kicking for touch to go for territory.
Good spiral to just outside the 22 line, and it'll be the line out for France.
When you've got a kicker with the accuracy and the distance of the duff, you can see why they go for that option. But all important now, they win this line out.
Had a pretty good little breeze helping her out going that way too, but yes, still able to place the ball correctly, and they do on the line out the take. Wide side of the field, Horta. Outside to Ladanius, and does she put it down? That's the question. Yeah, the try.
Very, very good, simple 7s. It was the crispness of the passing that made the space for Ladanius on the outside. They used every millimetre of the width of the pitch. They know that Horta's a threat. We saw that in the first half, so the defence can't drift out to Ladanius, and she just makes it over the line with the despairing tackle of Landry.
The conversion misses, but Ladanius, with 15 points on day 1, adds another try here, and France chipping a little closer, just 7 back of Canada. One of the beautiful elements of the Sevens game is you can have a horrendous first half, and yet you're still in it if you can just do a couple things to stay right there, and that's where France is. Off the foot of Landry, who gets popped right after the kick, but toward Leduff, and Christelle mishandles that one and bounces one on the ground, which I probably wouldn't do after watching one of my teammates go to the sin bin earlier for a dramatic toss.
Yeah, that's a big error from France. I thought the kick from Landry was an error. They had Le Duff covering back, so she had it easily covered, so it's just giving possession away. But the gamble paid off because of the knock-on, and a really good attacking position for Canada now.
Ashley Stacey taken down by Guillaume. Farella spins it back to Landry. Jeslyn looks to the left side, and Jeslyn might have found a spot in the corner. She says, I think I'm going to put one over there, right down there.
She does that so well, Ghislaine Landry. She's got the footwork, so players are always wondering, defenders wondering if she's going to try and step inside them, but she's also got the pace, and that time she just turned on the gas. Ball comes from Farella to Landry, and then bang, she looks up, thinks that's just about enough space for me, and she's gone. Good finish, and that's probably it for France. It's a long way to come back now.
3 tries in day 1. Had 99 points in the first couple of tournaments of the season and was part of the dream team at Sao Paulo, and gets the conversion close, but not. They don't give you percentage of points for closeness. 24-12, Canada with the lead. And Landry, as you see, this season, 7 points back of Portia Woodman.
Yep, let's go.
I'll tell you what, if you're in the same solar system as Portia Woodman in scoring this year, you're a pretty good star too.
That's absolutely true. Yeah, she's been a phenomenal player for Canada this season.
Out of the hands of Horta. Under 2 minutes to go in this Cup quarterfinal. Canada and France.
You join from the side.
Improper entry on that one, and so
you join from the side.
France coming back the other way.
Oh, sorry.
Nicely done is Lepesque. Lepesque going to step across halfway. Ashley Stacey right on top and hawking the ball. Russell to Watchem Roy. Wearing the 12 is Natasha today. Had a try yesterday, making her debut for Canada in this tournament.
Scrum, sorry.
And the
+4
knock-on means the scrum will go to France.
Yeah, and a scrum, a useful call for Canada there. France would have just wanted to get on with it, play the advantage or win a penalty. Scrum takes a long time. There's less than a minute on the clock. They need to score in the next few seconds to get another chance at Canada.
Ready. Okay, crouch. Bye.
Watching from the bench, Brittany Ben and the captain, Jen Kish.
Reset at the tunnel.
Didn't make its way through properly, so they'll re-rack this one.
Just what Canada need, just what Canada would have wanted.
All right.
A reset scrum, a bit more time going off the clock.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
And France with maybe a last chance here to get it a little closer. The outcome is Canadian, but...
Yep, scrum, let's go. Lost forward.
Losing it forward, the scrum going to France once again.
Yeah, you have to say France lost this game in the first couple of minutes. They didn't seem to have their heads on them when they started the game. It allowed Canada to streak into a 3-try lead, and it's just been too far to come back.
They made that burst, and you saw them at 19-12. You thought, oh, who knows? This one is still certainly in doubt. And then Jeslyn Landry kind of put the seal on the deal. Taking a swing at it is Kayla Molesky, not her most athletic one. We've certainly seen her do better before. She knows. But it is full time, and a victory for Canada, 24-12 over France.